Alrighty, I think we are live now, so that works for me. This is a pivot stream because I was trying to run Space Marine 2 and I made a short and everything, trying to market it and all that jazz. But it turns out my computer does not like it, not a one bit. So, um, it looks like we are live here, I think. Let me try to get my YouTube to come back up with me. So what we are going to do here on this stream is I'm going to uh, run through some Phantom Muspa kills because right now, currently, I am on a Bowfa rebuild. So let's see. And get this all ready to go here. I sold most of my bank to get let's see, I sold most of my bank to get this full crystal set here. So I am building my bank back up to what it was before, hopefully, which was not like super great or anything, but also I had a decent amount of stuff. So we're going to get the rest of our stuff back here, and I'm going to kind of maybe talk through uh, what I'm doing a little bit here, you know, how to beat the Muspa boss if you haven't before, some easy methods to do, especially if you have a Bowfa. It is like stupid easy. So, but it does require some quests being done, which is a little bit of the annoying part because I hate doing quests just so much. All right, so what I just did was use the Gorak dungeon teleport on the Ring of Shadows, and you get that by getting uh, Desert Treasure 2 done, you get the Ring of Shadows. And then to get the Gorak Dungeon teleport on the Ring of Shadows, you actually have to beat Duke Succulus a number of times and get the drop to get his teleport. Essentially, what his teleport is, he's over here, but the Phantom Muspa is right down here. So it's a good teleport for two different bosses, which is really nice. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and use a Divine Range Potion, which gives me same effects as a regular range potion, but also it is not letting me do anything here. Okay. All right, so what I'm trying to do now is hit him with this special, and of course it's not going to do it. So what I was trying to do is hit him with a special attack with the ruby bolts that are enchanted, which will get a huge hit if they spec fully right. And then it would automatically shift him out of this melee phase. Instead of me having to run around like this, I could have basically just skipped it because he would have changed. Ooh, almost ran right onto that spike and misclicked there. It's fine. Cool, I'm good at this. Let's see. Right now, I'm basically just kiting him around. I'm just making him run around in circles. Now he switched to his mage phase. So he's weak to range in this phase. So this is the easy part. All you gotta do is kind of watch him. Oh, see, he's back to the melee phase because after a certain amount of damage, he switches these phases. And I can't tell you exactly how many damage that is. It's a chunk of his health, you know what I mean? So it's a number. I'm not exactly a professional guide maker here, so if I could freaking hit him, man, like what's going on right now? Okay, there's one good one. And that is another not good one here. Thought that might have phased him again, but nope. Okay, we are noodling pretty hard here with the Bowfa. Come on, phase. I don't like this. It's already been 2 minutes since my thralls last a minute each, so like this is not a great kill so far, but I just cannot get damage on him for some reason. All right, so right now I'm just hitting him with range in his mage phase, because he's weak to range. I'm using it the whole time just because it's easy. But the only thing you have to watch out for in his mage phase is that he does do a mage attack, or he's in his range phase, sorry, and he does do a mage attack sometimes. He hasn't actually done one yet to be able to show you anything, but was that a 2-hit phase? That was kind of nice. All right, so now he's doing his prayer drain ability here. Easy, just stand behind that. Using Graded Corruption there, there's his mage attack. Just switch back and forth. I'm just gonna pre-switch the bow out because he's only like 1 hit away. And now it's kind of easy. You just watch, see if he does his mage attack, and every 3 or 4 attacks, he'll throw another spike at your feet like that. So you just have to move and then not kill him. I thought he was dead. He had like 1 health left. All right, so let's see what we get. 4 U seeds. Okay. Oh, I got a double U seed drop. That's kind of crazy. All right, so that was not a great kill. Why? Oh, I'm so stupid. I'm stupid because I was looking and seeing these ones. I was like, oh, I gotta repot again, but the range one only brings up your range. So obviously, right? Well, I'm gonna get hit because I didn't switch the prayers. Try 1 more hit. There we go. That might phase him. No, not quite. That did though. Okay. This fight is super, like, this fight has a big learning curve to it. But after you get like 10 KC, it's just like, it just kind of comes naturally. It's you get into like a real flow state with it. And then it just is super easy. Especially with the Bowfa, it's just like, you don't even have to think about it. If you really want to, you can bring magic and try to freeze him in this phase, but that brings like a whole magic switch that you have to bring in your inventory as well. And then it cuts down on the amount of food that you can bring. So it's like, I don't really do it anymore, especially with a full crystal setup here. Switch to mage because he's doing that special attack. Do it again. Come on, let's hit him a little bit. If I'm not close to needing to pot or anything, I just keep my prayer screen open. And if you don't, you should definitely remap your prayers to the F keys, and then remap the F keys with RuneLight to the number keys. That's all I do. Whoop. Ooh, there we go. And then we run around again. And then still don't hit him. There we go. That should be it right there. No, of course not. So this other thing I'm summoning is thralls. And I mean, they just kind of add a little bit of chip damage to him. I'm going to go ahead and go this way since he's in his range phase. His net and his health is so low. He's going to be switching into his prayer shield phase right about now. Yep. So I basically just get ready to do that. Cast Greater Corruption and use Sapphire Bolts Enchanted because the Corruption starts eating at his Prayer Shield, and then the Sapphire Bolts have a chance to uh, do their special, which drains like half of his prayer health bar, like that. And if you get 2 of them, is equal to bringing his shield down. But also the corruption helps do it as well. It's like smaller ticks off of it, so you don't have to hit the specs as much. So that's what I'm doing here. There's another kill. Kind of booty drops. 169 KC. Using way too many prayer pots, totally fine. He comes back every 20 seconds, so it's pretty quick. See what he comes out with. Coming out with range, so that's good. A lot of damage right up front here. Mage attack, block, back to range. And take a stamina potion here. And neither spec hit, even though it's like pretty high percentage chance that it should, but it never does. I've thought about making an Iron Man for a YouTube series. I wouldn't want it to just be a regular Iron Man because that's been done a billion times, but also I value a little bit of my time to not do like a Swampletics type thing either, you know what I mean? So um, I've grappled with how I wanted to make an Iron Man series. If anybody would want to see that, I'm more than happy to do it and make a journey out of it, progress videos, all that fun stuff. But you just gotta let me know what everybody's feeling. Yep, and I was itching my neck and almost got that spike right up the you know what. That would have been fun. Okay. Might be kind of interesting because he's getting, well, it's not that low health, I guess, yet, right? But is there a bug on my neck or something? Because, man, something's. You do have a while. I don't know how many ticks it is to be able to dodge that magic attack. I always like to stay ready, but you can do it kind of as it's in the air. I don't know how many ticks it exactly is, but ouch. Oh, yep, that's not great. All right, I am really fudging up this kill, but whatever. It's always the ones that you fudge up that get the best drops. I always have found. So we are gonna roll with that and hope that this is a Venator shard or maybe the little Muspa pet. That would be pretty cool. See, there's a spec and the corruption on with that hit. So one more spec ought to get us there. And there it is. I mean, I could go for the combat achievements as well, but I never really get lucky enough to get 10 in a row with the supply drops and all that. I never really get that lucky, so that is wishful thinking. This is like a 5-minute kill, it feels like. What is going on? And then 3 trash drops right in a row. That's fun. Okay. Let's go back to the bank real quick, show off my house and the pets I've already got. All right, so we'll drink at the pool. I have Skodos and the young liff. So those are the only 2 pets I've got, but I'm actually kind of happy with the ones that I've got because Skodos just looks cool. I mean, he's a big purple dragon thing. And then the young liff, I got the gauntlet pet at like 40 KC with the regular gauntlet, so that's just the most luck I've had so far, I think. And I mean, I guess I've had pretty good luck with Muspa as well. I've gotten 3 Venator shards within like 90 kills, so that's huge as well. Let's just throw this in my loot tab here. Bam, 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 bam. And then I have inventory setups set up already for Muspa, so it lays out exactly what I need. Take 6 of those, the rest mana rays, and then Book of Shadows, Book of the Dead, Divine Rune Pouch with Blood, Fire, Cosmic, and Soul for both that Greater Corruption spell and the Thralls. And then I have the Teleport to House to get out of there. So let's go back to the Gorok dungeon here. And let's continue. Let's check what the short is doing. It only had 2 views before. Now it's got 4. So, oh, no. Oh well, whatever. Little hit of vape there. And a drink of water before we start. Because this light is super duper hot on me. Hope you can hear me. So let's go ahead and at 45 seconds on that. Let's go ahead and just pot up real quick, take a stamina, and then head on in there. I always start with magic just because I have it set for my quick prayers, but it doesn't really matter what you start with, I don't think. As long as you switch fast enough. I mean, he's a pretty obvious color difference on his different phases, so magic attack block, back to range. He's going to phase after that big hit, I thought. Going to go after this one. Maybe not. I honestly don't know what the health is that he goes to with each of those, so trying to get that spec off, and that's not going to be enough to do it. One more hit like that might phase him though. Okay. And I go to this spot here because this is the only spot in the room that does not get hit by any of these little clouds. So I mean, it's just a safe spot, and the Bowfa can reach all the way around the room. So from there, so that's why I am standing in that specific spot. That is a really close one right there. I didn't even see it. Might phase pretty soon, yeah. I almost hate hitting good on the range phase of him because he switches so fast and I gotta do this again. This part's the worst part of the fight for sure. And like I said before, you can bring like a mage switch and then ancients to freeze them, or entangle I think might work as well. I've never actually used that one. But you could do that and then just keep him in one spot and just shoot him and then freeze him if he starts moving again. But you could do this kiting method just as easy. So it's like I'd rather take the food to try to get more kills out of it. There we go. Yeah, I'd try to bring more food to get more kills out of it, because I've gotten like 7 kills a trip before. And it kind of goes at a diagonal from where he is. So right there where I was is good. It's not like straight lines from where he's at, or else that'd be really hard to like dodge. Right now I'm just hoping for another spec to hit him. How many people in chat have actually played Old School Runescape before? I feel like if you were a kid in the early 2000s, you played Old School Runescape in some form or fashion. And if you played Old School Runescape, was it because of Miniclip? Because that's where I found it first. I feel like a supply drop. Let's get topped off here. Take prayer potion, some shacks. I will just eat a shark, get the smoke runes, and basically be full again. If you played RuneScape back in the day in its first iteration, which is now RuneScape 3, um, that's a whole thing. But if you played it back in the day, was it because of Miniclip? Because that's where I saw it, because we were playing something else. I was playing like the what was it? It was like the BattleBot game, and then I saw RuneScape. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But then it's like entirely different than every other game on that platform. So let me know in the comments if you played RuneScape from Miniclip for the first time, or was it some other thing that, or some other way that you played RuneScape for the first time? Let me know. I'm curious. Going well so far. It's always easier to kite them around when there's not anything else. Like earlier in the kill, when there's not as many spikes everywhere, that you have to kite around them as well. Ooh, okay. Hold on. I'm working on it. Go. I just hate the melee phase so much. It's just annoying. Got him. Here we go. But I've got I can't complain too much about this boss. Like the dragon plate skirt drops are real nice. Like get like so many. I mean, as a main account, it's nice because there's so many nice like big drops like that. And also the Venator shard, that's the big drop here, the 14 mil drop. It's 1 in 100, so it's like, come on, not on the spike. All right, come on, Bowfa, don't fail me now. It's failing me now. I might do it. No, I might not. Come on, one more big hit like that. Nope. One more big hit. Come on. Let's go. Come on. I'm also such a waste of my restore potions here, because I don't know. I just feel like it's so much worse to run out than to use an extra dose earlier than you need to. But I know like you really should be conserving them. Like at raids, I'm so much better at like doing that, like at like 10 prayer points rather than like 30 like I have been. Oh, oh my gosh. I didn't even realize I had the wrong prayer on. Whoopsies. Throw corruption on. Magic. Get him back. There we go. And we are rolling again. This is a pretty sloppy kill. I'm just gonna top off real quick. Don't matter. I'm not going for kills per hour or anything. I'm banking on my luck of getting the Venator shard basically. And I mean, I've had a ton of luck here, like 4 within 180. So that's really crazy. Is he doing so much chip damage to me right now? Hate to die. I'd hate to die on stream, so I'm gonna gotta stay a little more limber. Hello? Spec, hello? Got the right bolts on, yeah. Hello? Hello? Oh my gosh, dude. I don't think I've not spec'd him the whole time before. Okay, well that was embarrassingly long time to not get the special attack to proc there. Next hit, it should move. Yep, there we go. Cool. That was like just so long for no reason. Actually, hold on, I need more of the prayer potions. I got 2 essentially supply drops, but the 670 cannonballs worth 137k. Not bad. I definitely don't think I used that much worth. All right, let's see if we can phase him. We sure cannot. Never can. And I forgot to do another potion. It's fine. I'm just forgetting everything right now. Totally cool. I don't have music playing because I forgot to turn the music on. So after the next kill, somebody's here. Remind me to throw some music on. I do have a playlist ready to go for this. So I just do not have a free hand at the moment to be able to turn that on. I really just don't want to give up halfway through the kill. So sorry, you gotta sit in silence with my voice for a little bit here. Ooh, that one's close. I don't mind the melee phase when it's in this kind of setting, like when what do you call it? Ow, that hurt. When it's the melee phase because I'm already running around and I don't really have to like worry about it. Okay, let's get him. I'm not as good as some people who would be able to put music on while this is happening. I can barely play period and talk at the same time. So, oh right, I gotta run. Fun times with the boss. There we go. At least this is one of those bosses I've done so many times now. You know, almost 200 KC. Done it a lot, and can at least somewhat talk and play at the same time, I guess. So Here's this, that, and see if I can't do a little bit better than last time, because I went like, it was like a 5-minute kill last time. It was pretty freaking bad. There's one spec, half his prayer shield there. Gonna do it again, isn't it? Oh, there it is. I'm not gonna call Thrall out again because he's so low. I could probably do it before. There we go. Man, of course this time. He's gonna spawn pretty soon here. All right. I think the music should start playing here soon. Maybe not. Okay. Well, I was trying to get the supply drop before, so I didn't get the music playing again. Getting pretty lucky with the melee runarounds here, though, so that's nice. Yeah, I definitely do like that one. A bit late on that, doing too many switches here. take that one right to the face, it's fine. Apologies for no music. I will have it up here after this kill. I'll pop out of the room. And get the music on here. But we are killing Phantom Muspa in the hopes of our 5th Venator shard before. I didn't look at the count, but I'm pretty sure we're still under 200 kills, so that's quite a bit of luck, especially when I started the Bowfa rebuild and wasn't sure what to kill, and then realized that I could just do this or Zulrah or whatever. So I'm gonna start moving over towards the cover, so I can. He's gonna go to his prayer thing here. Something I just learned yesterday too is that that greater corruption, I didn't even know what it did, or that you could do that to also help drain his prayer. And also, if you're good enough, you can be flicking like smite while you're doing this as well to drain this prayer shield even more. But I honestly just don't bother with it. I know that's not super efficient, but you know, What are you gonna do? On that attack, on that fourth attack where it's you have to move and switch to mage, I always do the move first because the mage is just gonna hit you so much harder than Spike would, and you have a little bit more time to get the mage prayer up if you do a quick go with the movement and then switch to your mage prayer. You have that little bit of time. So if you do a quick get off the spike and then switch to mage, you can always do that. But if you try to switch to mage first, you may not have enough time to click off, I have found at least. So that's why I do it that way. All right, let me real quick do some stuff here. It says that it is on here with the music, but let me see. Okay, it says it's connected to the virtual device, so that's us here. Let's see. Okay. It says it's good. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if you can hear the music. I don't know if it's coming through where it's supposed to. I can't hear it at all. Did my headphones turn off? My headphones turned off, that's why. Oh my good lord. I'm so good at this. Let's get back to Runelight. Might as well do a bank trip. Drop off some stuff, clean up the inventory a bit. I don't know what that currently playing is even connected to, so we're gonna figure that out eventually. All right, let's go ahead and go back to the Grand Exchange. Clean up the bank a bit here. I always throw everything into one tab and then just kind of spit everything into the Grand Exchange at a certain point when I feel like it. All right, so then I go back in with my inventory setup opened up in Runelight. I've got everything. It lays out everything I've got for this task specifically. Grab everything and go back out. All right, so we're gonna do Gorok Dungeon teleport again. So I think I'm probably gonna do like this last trip here, and then we'll call it there. But let's hope for the Venator Shard. How about that? All right, pray there. Trying to phase him, and that may do it. May definitely not. Okay. My headphones are low battery, which I didn't realize. So you guys get to enjoy the music, but I don't get to. Hopefully. Well, I mean, hopefully you guys get to enjoy the music is what I meant to say. There we go. And back to Kite. Definitely the least favorite part of this boss is this phase entirely. If you're enjoying the stream at all, go ahead and leave a like on the stream. Let me know in the chat if you're enjoying it or any other games that you'd like to play. I want to apologize again about hyping up a Space Marine 2 stream, but my computer just was not doing it. So I just, for everybody's enjoyment, mine and yours, I pivoted to something that my computer could handle. Because I was basically playing a PowerPoint. I'm gonna probably delete that stream because there's no point in keeping that. It's just trash gameplay with how the game was performing. Get that thrall back here. Probably gonna phase after that one. Yep. Usually I count it 2 big hits. I don't know. 2 big hits gets him to phase. Because my hits are usually like 30 plus with the ranged armor. Like, well, maybe not that one, but like with the crystal armor, the hits are pretty insane. So drink a little stamina there. And just top off on prayer points. Why not? All right, he's gonna phase one more time, and then he's gonna do his prayer attack because he does his prayer attack with like his last however much health. Like it's like I thought he was gonna do there for sure. He might do it with this one. Yeah, see right here. Yeah, I'm gonna hit him like once, not even. Yeah. And after that attack, I always get back into the open because when he starts doing this attack, you don't want to be stuck behind the spikes. It just does not end up well for you. One more spec. Let's go. We're gonna do this again, are we? Okay, there we go. See, like once he starts doing all that stuff, it's just becomes a little crazy if you get stuck behind here to try to dodge these things because there's so many limited spots you can be, and also like you have to be a lot more precise with the clicks rather than just going out into the open. Man, I hate the spirit seed drop. I've got so many of those things and nowhere to plant them. So I'm like, all right. Like those are good until a certain point, and then when you have like freaking 20 spirit seeds and nothing to do with them, it's just like, why did you drop this for me? Like, why? Okay, we're gonna take a sip. Because the divine range potion only lasts for 5 minutes, so it's basically 2 kills if you're lucky, usually just 1 for me. Not what I wanted to do. Okay, come on. Nope. Both specs missed. Got an ACB just for doing that spec stuff, and it is not even working. I think I've done it once successfully. About hitting the Ruby Bolt spec to phase him like that. I think I've done it once. Alright, back to our safe spot. There we go. Look at these hits. There we go. I'm gonna say that was definitely gonna do it. He just happened to even if he's like, if I'm noodling on him, at least I can count on the thralls to do at least a little bit of something. I did sleep on thralls before just because they were taking too many prayer points and I didn't appreciate that, but I mean, they are pretty invaluable. Switching to the prayer shield phase, getting into some open space here. Because this spot doesn't matter. He's not going to do that blast again. So, I mean, no reason to stay behind thing here. He's got corruption on him, so he's going to break out of his thing. This moment, there he goes. Here's to the Venator Shard. Come on. Good clean kill. And that's 3 supply drops right in a row. Good lord. Okay. I mean, I can't complain too much, but I mean, like a little bit. Nope. Okay. I mean, I love supply drops, but they, like, I've gotten so many supply drops this trip or whatever that I'm like, I'm a little over it right now. See? Didn't get the spec again. I just bring a light bearer next time? I don't know. A light bearer is a ring that increases your special attack recharge rate by like double rate, I believe. So basically every fresh kill I could have 2 special attacks. For sure by that time, I would think. There we go, good lord. Oh gosh, was I praying range that whole time? Was I? Yeah, I can't even. I don't even remember. And that should do it. Oh. Okay. Here we are. He always goes to that opposite corner when he comes back. In the phase right now. Yep. Anybody who plays Old School Runescape 2, do you play it on mobile or do you play on the computer? Because I've seen some mobile only players. I'm just like, man, that's some dedication right there. I don't do mobile for anything, but like I was doing Nightmare Zone on it and like herb runs and stuff like that. But like I can't imagine doing like I see people do like raids and stuff on mobile, and I'm just like, nah, I'm okay. I enjoy my time on RuneLite for that stuff. Okay, back out. Corruption, mage attack. Get that special. Come on. Fortunately, none of these prayers have an increased special chance, which I think would be kind of cool. I mean, would that be pretty broken actually? So maybe not, but maybe you need a little bit of broken stuff. There we go. There we go. That's a nice one. The Dragon Bolt drop is always nice. 326k just for that one drop. Not even going to pick up the Pure Essence. Not worth it. Pick up another shark. Another 2 sharks. Let's see how many kills we can get with this one set. Okay, see? Another noodle on the ACB spec there. Like I said, I've only ever hit that once successfully. I mean, I suppose I could be doing the ACB spec on the prayer shield thing too, because it doubles the chance of your special going off. I just keep forgetting. How many of us are still playing like nostalgic video games from like back when we were kids? Like this game came out. Year did this come out? Like 99 or 2000 or something like that? Like something crazy. Like the original iteration of RuneScape, of course, not this one, which came out in 2013. But like, how many people just play older games because you just enjoy them more? I don't know. Like, at first there was like a little bit of sense of nostalgia when I first started it again in 2013. Like, yeah, there's a little bit of that, but like this game is almost entirely different than that now, almost. I mean, and the understanding of the game is so different. Like everybody played the game back in the day, like for fun and PKing, all that stuff. But like, did anybody really understand the tick system or like the timing of the game? Like this game runs on ticks, so every what's it called? It's like a rhythm game with uh, the skin of RuneScape essentially, because what it is every 0.6 seconds there's a tick, like the game refreshes or whatever. So everything in the game costs a certain, not costs, but takes a certain amount of ticks in game to accomplish it. So like if you're clicking on the right ticks, you're dodging at the right times, and like prayer flicking, all that stuff goes into it. And it's just insane. But like, is how the game has always worked. But back in 2006 or whenever we started playing it, we had no freaking clue. Okay, so special worked there. Pop off on prayer just because. Nope, of course not. Can't get 2 in a row. And like, there's so many people that play. Ah, almost messed that up. Misclicked real hard with that one. There's so many people that play this game now that like make guides, everything like that. Oh, that's a gross drop. That was really bad. And so then there's guides on how to do everything. Like I don't remember what, I mean, maybe it was before YouTube. That could definitely possibly be a reason why uh, nobody really knew about like the mechanics of RuneScape, if that makes sense. But like you watch people like say No Monkey doing the crazy things like the butterflying Akka and everything like that, and like the first raid in the game, so like solo Chambers of Zarek is like normal now. You know what I mean? Like the hardest content is said in the game at that point can be done by one person instead of a group. But also can still be done in a group. I find it very fun in like duos. Duos is pretty easy because once you get the Olm head skip or special skip down and like figure out how those mechanics work, makes it a lot easier if you're skipping all the specials. But like stuff like that, and this game is just crazy with like the skill floor and ceiling are so far apart in this game. I just want to know how many other people have noticed that, or how many people have started back in the day, or are just hopping in this current, I guess, iteration of Old School RuneScape, which is not Old School RuneScape because it's like New School RuneScape now, and it's way more popular than RS3. So I don't know. This whole game is just, it boggles my mind with its oh gosh, boggles my mind with its path that it's taken, turning into two different games, two different communities, uh, two way different business models, like the polling and stuff that goes into the game. Like, yeah, they don't poll you all the time for things, but I think it's kind of its own entity now to where I don't know if they need to. But definitely back in the day, it was very nice to know that if anything change-wise was going to be done in this game, that it had to pass a community poll before it got implemented, which is pretty cool. Gonna phase right about here. Yep. Again, thank you for everybody for stopping by the stream. This is essentially a pivot stream from trying to play Space Marine 2, and my computer about blew up. So as much as I want to, I'll probably just have to make a video on Space Marine 2. I have made a video on Space Marine 1, a part-time game review, to see if it's still worth your time. And it definitely is, spoiler alert, but go ahead and watch that video if you want that information. I go kind of in depth about the game itself and the mechanics and everything, so check it out if you want to, but I don't have to. You can just hang out with me, play some RuneScape. Doing killing Phantom Muspa here. And we are doing this with a Bowfa rebuild. So I've sold most of my gear, like full bandos and a bunch of other melee stuff that I had that was worth money, to be able to buy the full crystal set with the bow of Ferdinand, whatever the name of that thing is. And then I've just been here at Muspa, killing it, getting drops, trying to build up money to get back to what I was at. And also I've made an improvement by buying an ACB instead of the dragon crossbow that I had. So that is a cool investment that I've never had one on this account. And it took me doing the rebuild to have the means to get it. I think that's pretty cool. Can I kill you, please? Gosh, dude. Manta rays. Let's grab a couple sharks out of here. I think we're gonna be running out of rare stuff here soon. I don't want that. Wait, hold on. There we go. All right, I don't know how many that is for this trip so far. I think maybe 4. I don't know. We're at 179 KC, so that's pretty cool. I didn't top off anything, so that's fun. Thralls are super nice here, especially during his melee phase where you just noodle with the bow for no reason. Watch us do it again. I'm gonna try to get Ruby Bolt spec. Nope, of course not. I always just try one Ruby Bolt spec just to see if I can. Suppose I could just keep doing it with that. Well, now hold on. I just faced him. I never know if that attack he does as he's like dying still sends the magic blast at you. I always just kind of pray against it just in case. And it hasn't backfired on me yet, so we'll go with it. All right, we're gonna try the Ruby Bolt runaround method here. He's gonna hurt me. Nope, he did not. That was very nice of you to not hurt me. Okay, see if we can get a spec in here at all. Or even at a hit. Good lord. There's something, I guess. I might as well just use the bow at this rate. I get something. Don't know how much prayer I'm gonna have here. Might be kind of close at the end. My last kill maybe here. I don't know. Goodness gracious, freaking hit him, man. What is this? Someone in here is bad luck, I think. Goodness, finally, good lord. One more. I'm gonna say, he always tries to get like one attack in. I don't know why or how he does that, but like, just kind of always does. Ooh. Just took that. Come on, prayer points. We can do this. Okay, there's a spec. Come on, man. Okay. Okay. Did that with 14 prayer points remaining. And we did get another supply drop, but yeah, I don't know. We do one more kill. We do one more kill. Let's try one more kill. Let's try one more. One more kill. Could it be a Venator shard? It very well could be. I mean, it either is or it isn't. How's everybody's night going so far? I don't think I've asked that yet. It's been yapping. Hope everybody's learning something here. That'll phase him. Nope. Always wrong. Eek. Man, I can't believe it's only Tuesday. Well, at least where I am, it's only Tuesday. But like, it feels like I've already had a full week and it's only been 2 days. It's nuts. Glad I can unwind and be so not stressed out in this game. Okay. Okay, he's probably gonna phase one more time before his prayer thing. I think. Maybe. Let's see. It might not. He might do it right here. Yep. Okay. Think I'm good. Switch out to the bow now because if I'm not hitting specs, the bow is going to be doing the same. And then I don't have to do a swap while I'm doing all this stuff. Come on. Here we go. Nice. That was a pretty trash drop. Okay, we are going to call that there. That was... Got from what, 169 at the start, or maybe 168, all the way up to 181. So that's what, 12 kills? Not too bad. Go ahead and hit the grand exchange. My muspa log right now looks like, I mean, it looks like it cut some off because my total KC is 181, but my tracker's only grabbing 115. I got 3 Venator shards there worth 43.9 mil. 979 Dragon Bolts unfinished, 3.4 mil. 10 Dragon Plate Legs, 1.6 mil. 3592 Soul Runes worth 1.58. And then 6 Dragon Fruit Tree Seeds is 1.19 mil. Like that's the one I'm like, what? 4 Frozen Caches too. They haven't been super great, but I've got, that's nice to see them. They're what are they? Let me see, what's the Frozen Cache rate? 1 in 50 or something, right? 1 in 25. I've gotten 4 of them in 115, so right about on rate for 4 of them. But 3 Venator shards is huge and 115 kills. But with that, I just want to say thank you guys for stopping by. Once again, sorry I couldn't do the Space Marine 2 stream, but you know, we pivot, we do what we got to do. And thank you for checking out Aaron's room. This is Aaron's room. I'm Aaron. Check out my other videos for, you know, part-time gamer reviews and anything you would like. Request anything you want on the channel. I put up the community posts all the time. I hope you guys have a great night. Bye.